Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be discussing episode 10 of the Tangled series called Something's Up with Hookfoot. No, it's called, excuse me for a second. Yeah, and yeah, I was right the first time. Yeah, I was right the first time. It's called Something with Hookfoot. Now, the episode starts off with Rapunzel narrating when the gang is fighting a bunch of sea fish. Let me put it that way. Sea fish, please. Yes, I like that. Sea fish, please. And Rapunzel backs up a bit and goes to how it all began. It began with Hookfoot acting strange, like doing some weird stuff, like Eugene caught him. Wait, wait. Who caught him first? Okay, first, Lance caught him trying to make his hair look nice. And then Eugene caught him. And then Eugene caught him trying to clean himself up a bit. You know, just, well, well, you know. Eugene caught him picking flowers, smelling wildflowers, you know. And then Cassandra caught him clipping his toenails. And that's when Rapunzel says, okay, someone has to do something about this because Hookfoot is acting really strange. So she asks Eugene to go. So that's when Eugene volunteers. She doesn't go ask him. He goes volunteers and he says, what's wrong with you? You're acting strange. And he says, well, Eugene, I met somebody. And he says, well, it's nice to meet people. And then Hookfoot explains that it's a lady somebody. And then, he says, Hookfoot, good for you, man. Very encouraging stuff to get Hookfoot in the mood that he's dating somebody. And you know how your friends try to comfort you and try to encourage you in relationships? Well, Eugene does this in a way, but yet when Hookfoot tells him, don't tell the others, because I don't want them to know yet, because it's new for me, he ends up telling Rapunzel, and then since the island is very, very small, everybody starts to see, ev- ev- um, everybody in the group hears and says, Hookfoot, you met somebody? And then Hookfoot tells the story about how him and Sophia met. Sophia is the mermaid, and when they met her the first time, Eugene said, you know, Hookfoot, you could have gave us a heads up and told us that she was a mermaid. And this is when Sophia says, well, Rapunzel over there had the hat has very long hair, and you do not see me judging. Because Rapunzel was kind of skeptic too about it. But since Sophia calls her out on her hair, she said, "Well, good point, good point." So, with their first date coming up, Hookfoot's a little nervous and and Rapunzel gives the most good advice. Just be yourself and the date will go well if you just be yourself. So they try to give him tips, but when the date rolled around, the til- the tip that he the tips that he takes from Eugene doesn't really help, but he ends up relaxing and the date goes really well until the fish police show up from the other sea world and demands that Sophia be arrested for stealing a priceless pearl from the kingdom where she came from, because the kingdom had this priceless pearl, and the priceless pearl means you have a lot of money. So she took the pearl and hid it in a necklace that she gave to Hookfoot as a gift. But when they see the fish police throw this magical orb of a kelp gel away, and Rapunzel and her friends try to get out while Hookfoot and Sophia are on the run. And Hookfoot and Sophia, they do have a talk. And Sophia says, "At first, I was using you. I gave you the necklace so you could hide that pearl for me. But then I fell in love with you. And then she said to Hookfoot, well, I was thinking maybe we could run away together." But then Hookfoot says, "I can't just leave my friends, they need me." And then Sophia says, well, maybe we could start a new life together and your friends will be fine without you. So at first, he goes along with it, but then at the end, Sophia says, "Hey, fish guards, I have the magical pearl. Just take me, and then you could have the magical pearl all to yourselves. But only if you let Eugene but only if you let Hookfoot and his friends go." And so the guards do, and they arrest her. And so when they take her away, she says goodbye, good looking. and then um and then they're on the island. And and then I remember Eugene went to go check on him. He says, "I'm fine, Eugene." And then we learn a very valuable lesson. When you meet someone who is the right one for you, cherish every moment that you have together. And at the end, when Hookfoot is sitting on the sand, a whole bunch of a whole bunch of mermaid tears and what is it that Sophia called it? Sea glass washes up on shore. And when he sees the sea glass, he remembers that Sophia told me whenever you see sea glass, that means the mermaid has been crying. And so when the sea glass washes up on shore, he sees hundreds and hundreds of tears, which means that Sophia is thinking of him and he is thinking of Sophia. And in the end, we learn that when you find that perfect person for you, cherish every moment that you have with them. And that is pretty much how the episode ends. And I'm not gonna lie, it is my favorite episode because the date was so cute. Okay, that's it for this video. Bye, you guys. See you next time.